It's the old sloth hiker here again. It's the first weekend in January, and I'm trying out a new setup here. I got a canopy and walls for the canopy, and so we're using it kind of like a hot tent. And I've got my Pamali stove. I just started firing it up, and I'll give you a show around the tent here in a little bit. But Dave Kiefer is going to stay here with me tonight, and John Higginbottom is trying out his new One Tigress hammock hot tent. So we're going to have some fun here today, and tomorrow I'm going to stay Friday night and Saturday night, and hopefully everything will work okay. So there's my hot stove, my Pamali. It's the Lone Wolf version. It's the mini. And then, as you can see, there's Dave's hammock, and we've got one of the park picnic tables here. So that's where I've got my stove setting. And then if you look over here, Dave's got a chair there, and then this is my hammock, or not my hammock, my cot here. And I got my CPAP hooked up, ready to roll. So you can see we have a lot of room in here. I'll get over on the other side so you can see. And got a nice lid here with a little bit of vent. And we just started firing up the hot stove right now. We just did. I also have a little electric heater, and I've been running that, and that's taking the chill off. So I know this hot tent is going to really keep it nice and warm. So, and you can see, I don't know if you can see real good, but this is the first time I bring this this thing in. So we're just now starting to get some purple along the bottom there. And yeah. So here's what the outside looks like. And as you can see, I've got my stove there. I don't know if you can see the smoke very good, but it's coming out. But I've got really clean birch wood, so it's nice and dry. So it's not doing much soot or anything. And there's a window here, and I did this one right. There's not enough Velcro on it. I'm going to try to adjust that, but what we did was just use some duct tape around the corners just to seal it in. This is an Aileron, something like that. And I got that for about 150 bucks or 140 bucks on Amazon. And it comes with the stakes, comes with the top. It also comes with weighted things on the bottom so you can fill them with sand to keep your stakes down in the wind. And it's got a window. Now this one I screwed up and put the mesh on the outside before I realized it, and I didn't want to take it down. So we just worked that out. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. A lot of room inside, a lot of room outside. Well, I've got my stove cooking, and I've got a eco fan on the top, so it's blowing the air around in here, and it's definitely warmer in here. I don't know if we have to be down in our skivvies or anything yet, but it's definitely heating this up. And we don't have, this isn't an airtight thing, so this is doing really, really good. There's my bed right there, Dave's chair, his bed. I'm sitting in a chair. Plus we got this big table in here. Now I think the next time I do this, I needed to set my stove up on a thing so that my stack is high enough. My stack's only about 7 feet high, so I wanted to have it up, but I don't need to have it quite as high as I do. So I think I'm going to get a little stand, a little metal stand that I can set my stove on, and then we've got some of those little fold out tables and stuff that we can use, and then that way we don't have to have this big table in here, and then we'd have a whole lot more room. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm excited too. This was actually not too bad just with this heater. I've got 1500 watt heater from Walmart. It's $16-17, and it's got 3 speeds. It's got a thermostat. If it tips over, it falls. If it tips over, it goes off. So, and I also have I got a little carbon monoxide monitor just in case. And then if things didn't work out with this hot stove, what I was going to do is I was going to go ahead and I've got a Mr. Buddy portable heater here as well that I could use. And I've got 3 propane tanks, small ones, so that's about 15 hours worth of going on low. So.
Insulin at the end of the week. No kidding. Even with that high starch type food.
So I wanted to just point out how I converted this canopy. I made sure that I got between where the posts were going to be, and then what my wife did was we took the stove jack and we sewed all around the stove jack, sewed it right on top of the canopy, and then after we got all sewed, I cut holes in it so that the smokestack would stick through. And then what I did was I cut the fabric here on the inside. So you can see I cut it almost to where the edge of that thing was. So it's pretty easy, and the sewing machine works. I didn't have time to seam seal this, so I got to seam seal it when it's warmer. I just didn't bother with it this time because I knew it wasn't going to rain. So to hang things around the tent, we just cut up a little paracord, just tied it to the top, and then tied our lamps or something to the bottom. I've got my CPAP hooked up the same way, so I just tied up a rope here and hung it up there. You can see this particular canopy that I got has it has Velcro for the top to fit onto the frame, and then each side canopy also has 5 tie-outs, 5 Velcro ties as well. There's 3 in the middle, and then there's actually some on the end, so we tied them up all the way on the end there. Canopies also have 2 fairly large windows, and so this one I did right. I had the mesh on the inside, so we took some duct tape because there's not a good Velcro strip right there. I'm going to have to add some Velcro or something to it. But we took some duct tape and just taped it down to make sure it stayed, so it didn't let a bunch of air in. And then on this side, I realized after I got it all set up that I had the mesh on the outside, so we just went ahead and did this. Now, you wouldn't really want to do this normally because the rain would get in and maybe leak in here, but you can see how I did that. And then on the ends tied down all along on the stake. But again, just to kind of close the gaps, we just put some duct tape in a couple places there just to keep the gaps closed so there wasn't a bunch of air coming in. This isn't airtight, but like right now it's about 62 degrees in here, and it's about 20, I don't know, probably 28 or 29 outside. So I'm going to cook up some scrambled eggs here in a little bit and some bacon, and we'll get back with you. The bacon is ready, and now we're putting a few onions in to my omelet. We'll get it going pretty quick. Well, I have to say that this test today and last night and tonight has already been a really big success. The temperature inside my hot tent right now is about 82. So that's almost like camping in the summer. It's not that way all over the inside here. Down along the floor, it's still pretty cool, but you know, sitting here is just wonderful. I don't have to wear gloves. I got my hat on just because my hair's all messed up. So, anyways, it's working. This hot tent canopy conversion is working really, really well, and I'm really excited about it. And it allows at least, you know, 3 or 4 guys to sit in here and talk, and we don't have to, you know, crawl in and out of a tent or anything like that. So yeah, it's really been fun, and I'm really excited that it's working really well. So it's a little heavy. Can't backpack this baby in, but for glamping, car camping, it's wonderful. And right now it's only about 32 degrees outside, and like I said, it's in the 80s in here, so pretty neat. So I've had breakfast, and that was fun too, just cooking on top of the stove, and had some bacon and eggs, which I really love. I don't usually fix it much at home just because I don't like to get up and fix it, but while I had it here, it was great. And so I've done that, and I've been just kind of lounging around here inside the tent this morning. I'm going to go for a walk here and go down to the camp store and you know, maybe grab a pop or something like that. But yeah, it's been a great time so far. If you have any questions, you're certainly welcome to you know, text me or comment on the video, and I'll try to get back with you and let you know.